good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Benny Hinn. I love you, darling. Tell me something, Benny. How's your day going? How you feeling, honey? Your day's about to get a whole lot worse, darling. And you have nobody to blame, Benny Hinn, but yourself. You see, Benny, when you had that dream when you went to heaven just a couple months ago, and you were standing outside the gates, and you watched this person enter, and then you watched that person not enter, and then that person didn't enter, and then that person didn't enter, and then that person didn't enter, and then when it came your turn, Benny Hinn, God didn't let you enter, did He? Instead, you woke up. And I can't believe, Benny Hinn, a little bell didn't go off. You know, a wake-up call didn't sound. You just didn't get it. He didn't let you in. I wonder why He didn't let you in, Benny Hinn. But don't worry, darling. You're about to experience hell. Up front and personal. You see, if I'd have had that dream and God didn't let me enter in to the gates of heaven, it would have scared the hell out of me. And I mean literally. I tell you to enjoy your trip, Benny Hinn, but you're not going to enjoy it at all. It is going to scare the living hell right out of you. And I do mean literally. God is so good. Yes, He is. You see, Benny, when I went to heaven back in November of 2009, when the Holy Spirit took me to heaven, He came upon me so heavy. It was like a whirlwind came upon me. I was praising the Lord, and then the Holy Spirit came upon me very, very heavily. And He took me to heaven. When we got to heaven, He spoke to me. To this day, Benny Hinn, I've never told anybody what the Holy Spirit spoke to me that day. When He got done speaking to me, I looked to my left, and there was people all around. I mean, everywhere. And I only recognized one man. He used to be a cop when I was a child. I actually forgot about him. But he was very sweet to me when I was young. Then I looked to my right, Benny Hinn. There was God the Father speaking to a lady. Let's say she was in her 40s, mid-40s. She had short blonde hair. She had blue eyes. She had a skinny face. I'll never forget it. They were speaking, but I couldn't hear what was being said. I see, I was standing in line. I was next. When they got done speaking, Benny Hinn, and she walked away, I threw up my hands and I said, "Jesus, Daddy," and I ran to Him. My father gave me the biggest hug I've ever had in my life. And then He walked away from me. And when He walked away from me, Benny Hinn, I heard Him say, "Welcome home, princess." I looked to Him again, looked to my right, and He smiled at me. And He says, "I wasn't talking to you." I was talking to the other princess. Sorry. said I was talking to the other princess. And, as soon as he said that, Benny Hinn, as soon as he said that, I came back. When I came back, I had my arms wrapped around me so tight. And I started crying. And I started praising the Lord. And I started thanking Him for what He had done. Try to shut this phone off or it goes off again. I started thanking Him for what He had done. And I cried like a baby that day. I was so thankful for what He done. But I couldn't figure out through these 7 years now why He left me here. Why He didn't take me with Him. But I know now, Benny Hinn, you're the reason. You're one of the reasons, honey, that I'm still here. And so is the church. I know, darling. I know, honey. No man has ever seen the Father in the flesh. No one ever has. You're right, they can't. No man or woman has ever seen God in the flesh. No one can. Only in the Spirit. I know, darling, I know. That's not in the Bible anywhere. I know, honey, I know it isn't. I just can't stand when those religious folks with those religious spirits just won't believe anything because it's not in the Bible. Now, you know just as well as I do, not everything's in the Bible. I know from experience, don't I, Benny Hinn? See how your words come back to bite you in the butt, Benny Hinn? I know, honey. I know you've been preaching and teaching for 43 years now. You just ain't been living in a very long time. And ignorance is no excuse, Benny Hinn. And for somebody of your stature who's been preaching and teaching all these years, you're dumber than a box of rocks. You really are. I hate to say it, but the truth is saying when hell's on fire. As you're about to see, darling. I love you. I really do. I do love you with all my heart. I really, what's the words I want to use? I wish you wouldn't have chosen that route, Benny, that path, that direction. You didn't have to. God's warned you so many times. I've warned you. I've reached out to you and tried to pull you in the right direction. But you wanted to do it your way. I had to do it my way. And your ways cost you so much. And if I was you, Benny Hinn, I would advise them, darling, that when you are taken out of here, the only way you're able to come back, darling, is if I lay hands on you. As they all will see very, very shortly. I love you, Benny. I'll see you soon. Bye.